video, I'm going to be doing my mommy tips for first-time mom. When it comes to your baby, everything is trial and error. Every baby is different, no baby is the same, so you really have to study your son or daughter to see what he or she likes and what they don't like. When they're first born, the first thing that you figure out is, do they want to breastfeed or do they want formula? Or do you want to breastfeed, or do I want to give them formula? Sorry, I worded that wrong. So in the beginning, I did want to breastfeed my son Christian, but that didn't work out for personal reasons, and we had to switch to formula feeding. And there's so many different types of formula out there, so many different brands. So it takes a while to find the right formula for your son or daughter. So everything is just trial and error. Just go with the flow. Don't stress out about it. Everything will work out in the end. Being a first-time mom can be very scary and very difficult, but I promise you it gets better. You kind of just have to go with the flow with everything, and you kind of just have to really learn what your baby likes and what your baby doesn't like. For example, this is just an example, Christian really likes the binky, but I know some babies don't like the binky, or I know some parents don't want to give their child the binky, but personally I don't mind giving him the binky. I'm pro binky because I think it really helps soothe him when he's fussy, or I can give him that to hold him over when I have to feed him. It takes like about 5 minutes to make him a bottle, so if he's really cranky and fussy, I just give him the binky and it holds him over until I can feed him. So you just have to kind of learn along the way what your baby likes and what your baby doesn't like. When you're a first-time mom, a lot of family members and a lot of friends and moms are going to come up to you and push their advice on you. And they're going to say, oh, why are you doing this? You should do that. Why are you doing this? You should do this. You should do this. Why are you doing that? And sometimes it's very degrading and it makes you question yourself as a mother. And I want you to stop right there, because you're the mother, he's your son, he's your daughter. You know what's best for your son or daughter. You can take other people's advice, you can listen to other people's advice, but in the end, always listen to your gut instinct, because your gut instinct is always right when it comes to your son or daughter. And you know what's right for your family and what's right for your little boy or little girl. Don't let anyone ever pressure you or push their advice on you, and don't ever let anyone make you feel like you're a bad mom. I've been through experiences with some family members questioning me on why I do certain things when it comes to his clothing or his car seat or the bottles I use, and it's just all nonsense and all stupid. I know what's right for my son, so I'm just going to do what I want to do. I'm his mother, they're not. So they're just going to have to deal with it, and I advise you to do the same thing. Don't feel bad about it. When you're at the hospital, you'll either have a midwife or you'll have a nurse. That's your personal preference. Sorry, I can't talk. But I had a nurse by my side, and when he was born, I was always asking the nurses a bunch of questions, just because as a first-time mom, I was so curious about things, and I wanted to know the answers, and I wanted to know how things were done. So sometimes I was afraid to ask certain questions because I didn't want to be annoying, but in the end I did ask, because I know it's good to ask questions, and I'm happy that I did. So while you're at the hospital, don't be afraid to ask nurses or doctors questions, or if you have a midwife, don't be afraid to ask your midwife questions. When I was pregnant with Christian, I would always watch YouTube videos, especially like mommy vloggers, or just tips, tricks, advice videos about being a mother, just any videos like that. I would also watch the baby updates, just because I thought those were cool and very informational, and I knew what to expect in the future when it comes to my child. So I think that's a great thing to do, and it's a great way to get ready to have your baby. So definitely check out mommy vloggers or mommy channels here on YouTube. I went to Barnes & Nobles and I bought a lot of books because I had so many questions about pregnancy, and so many questions about labor and delivery, and so many questions about my son. And one book that I got is What to Expect When You're Expecting. This is a very great book. I highly recommend it. There's so much information in here, so I would definitely recommend this book. And then the other book that I got is What to Expect in the First Year with Your Baby, and that book is so helpful, and I still use it to this day because it goes through all the months, 1 month, 2 month, 3 month, all the way up to like a year, or yeah, it goes all the way up to a year. So that book is also really helpful and a very good book, so I highly recommend that one. Just read up and learn all that you can. The other tip is to go to classes. I regret not going to a birth class. I wish I did. But if you are an expecting mother, I highly suggest you go to a birth class. I know that they help you with breathing techniques and get you prepared for labor and delivery. I would have gone, but I just couldn't find the time for it. But I would make the time next time I'm pregnant, just because I love learning a lot of new things. So that's my other tip. I highly, highly suggest that you sleep when your baby sleeps. I can't stress this enough. But in the first month when your baby's born, you are like exhausted. So I highly recommend that you sleep when your baby sleeps. Even if there's like work to do around the house, dishes to do, laundry to do, your room needs to be picked up, like you can put that on hold. The first month is fine. You're figuring things out. You just have to like catch up on your rest. So make sure you sleep when your baby sleeps. I'm sorry, Christian is waking up in the background. Hold on one second. Definitely get out of the house. I know that you have to stay home with your baby in like the first month, but when he turns 2 months old, I would start like getting out more, go for a walk, get some fresh air, go to the store. I like go to Target, or I bring him to get something to eat. We take a walk together. It's just really good to get out of the house and get some fresh air with your son or daughter. If you're stuck in the house, it can be really, really depressing, and it gets really, really boring, and it's just not a good situation. So I would highly suggest getting out of the house whenever you feel comfortable taking your son or daughter out. Alright you guys, so that's all for my first time mommy tips video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching. Bye guys.